One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay. Get a bad chord. There you go. 1 2 1 2. We'll be right with you. Everybody, just come on, chime on in. I'm trying to see if we can get these numbers up today. Come on in. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Got two people so far. We need like 200, maybe 2,000. Come on. Yeah, so let's get this going. All right, I'm DJ the One. Well, that's what they call me on the radio station. You know, last name's Washington. Hey, just call me Mister. I'm glad to be on board. Real Men Talk. I think that's the title. Am I right? Grown man shit podcast. Okay, that's even better. Shit, grown shit. Yeah, we're gonna run it. Hey, come on, keep it going. Don't go nowhere.
Let's go.
Jump
Let's
back
go.
in.
There we
Just jump
go.
back in. Here we go.
There we go.
Welcome, welcome. Now we kicking it. We kicking
Indeed.
it. We kicking
Indeed.
it.
Y'all welcome y'all to the Grown Man Shit Podcast. I'm your host, Man D. I got my man, my special guest, DJ the One,
Yeah, what's
bringing
up?
so much insight and perspective. We got my man, co-host DJ Rue on the technicals. You know what I'm saying? We doing that today. At the Grown Man Shit Podcast, we touch on all the things that involve being a grown man. You know what I'm saying? So you know how it goes. Today's topic is why women don't listen.
Wow.
Can we get that intro music, bro?
Yeah. Hey. I need y'all to keep talking. It's your boy, the DJ Rue, checking in the building. Y'all don't see me on the camera. Reason being, and one, you can scoot over, get comfortable.
I hear
The
you. I
reason
hear you.
being, y'all don't see me because I got to stand behind the camera and I got to make sure this stuff work. I want to say this to everyone that's listening to us currently right now. We just not getting this together, and this is not gonna be something you're gonna see in. We're gonna keep this moving with Madman D. First and
No question.
foremost, Mad is a brother of mine, and one is too as well. We're gonna bring some old guests, and we just getting it together, y'all. We don't work for Channel 7 or Channel 9, and we ain't got no
None of that.
interns behind.
None of that.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Rue on the technical support though, so that's good business.
Yes, sir.
And co-hosting from behind the scenes,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's good business for
So,
you.
So get to know that voice, but you won't see that face no more.
oh,
That's right.
I don't know, man. I'm like Robin, like on Howard Stern, but I'm not seen.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Well, wear your
I
skirt, man.
love Howard
Oh, here
Wear
we
Stern.
your
go.
skirt.
Here we go.
Let's see your skirt,
I
Here
please.
we
see,
go.
see that this what I mean. If you
Here we
from
go.
Laughlin, this how we used to crack on each other.
Hey, it is what it is.
When they say
Yeah.
the Joneses, I think they should have said Laughlin. Well,
Hey, you
Yeah.
know how it go.
All
We
right,
might
give
have a special guest tuning in, another special
yeah,
guest tonight,
yeah,
my man Lucky Dollar from Arizona.
yeah. Give us
So
that intro, man. Let's get this going.
let's get this intro going. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, we here at the Grown Man Podcast. We touch on everything that's involving the community and abroad. From education, finance, health, wealth. Health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? Also, just the personal issues, mental health issues, just ways we can solve things in our community, our relationships, all that, everything above. So there's no limitations to what a grown man should be or a grown woman. We just titled it Grown Man Shit Podcast because, we all should be adult in our dealings. So be aware, be open minded. Please like, subscribe, comment. You know, we'll read your comments on the air. We want y'all to be aware as much as possible. And we want,
Invite people to tune in too now,
indeed, indeed.
just call them up and say, hey man, tune in on this, see how you like it,
That's
we
right.
need, we need we need 100 plus tuning in because
That's right.
the problem we having with men is men can't talk to each other without them being judged by each other. So it's time for us to put our opinions out. And
Indeed.
that's what it is, an opinion. And you don't have to like it, but it is my opinion.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes.
Wrong end. Okay. My man.
Yes.
I'm gonna do some Channel 9 stuff.
My man.
Yeah, buddy.
We channel 9 in right now.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm not Robin Baumgart,
Yeah.
whatever her name is. All right, y'all.
Yeah,
Ready?
we good. Hey, I like Mad to control his stuff, because he the one came with the idea, and I want to see. I add ideas and stuff like that, but Mad be at home and he be creating, so I'm with it right now.
Let's go. Intro music.
Yeah, hit it, hit it. Did you press play?
There you go.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh, you got to press the chord all the way in, my brother.
It's all the way in there, brother.
See, we got technical.
No technical, no.
No. Stop. See, I told y'all, we in early stages of programming this show, and there are certain chords that you can use, and there are certain chords that you can just simply not use. But
Yeah, we're gonna bypass that. We're gonna get
Yeah.
into the meat of it
Yeah.
because we want to
there
start
you go,
grabbing
the
people.
one.
Indeed.
So the question for the day is
Why women don't listen.
why women don't listen, because they can ask that of us why we don't listen.
Indeed.
My opinion of why women don't listen is because a woman's nature is to somewhat get control of a situation on her own, even though she's got a man. But sometimes that doesn't work right. They listen to us only if they feel we're listening and paying attention to them. In my opinion, I might be wrong, but it goes both ways. Men don't listen to women, and women don't listen to men. But in order for anything to work, we gotta listen to each other and communicate.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, brilliantly said, one. I'm gonna say this though, because you know, we've dealt with some personal issues. I won't go into detail about those issues, but just over the years, in my situation with dealing with women, my mom, my sister, uh, my significant other, others I've dealt with. It's hard for a woman to listen, and I don't get it. You can give all the reasoning in the world, but at the same time, it's like, uh, you know, it'll take somebody on the outside that'll give them some insight, and then they'll come back and say, "Well, okay, yeah, you said that," and sometimes they won't even say you said that, and it makes sense. You can make sense on the forefront, but on the back end, now you're telling me, well, he said this, so it makes more sense. If it makes more sense than if another man said it, and I already told you that, because I'm not one to say, I told you so. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll listen to you and I'll get all the information that you present back to me. But if you listen to me from the onset, then you'll get most of the things you need. Sometimes women don't like insight from a man that's close to them.
I don't. I agree and I don't agree. I don't think it's insight. They don't like to be wrong, because when some of our insight is given, it's telling them that they're wrong in their opinions and their thoughts. But a woman's nature is once she has been told something, she tries to outthink it and do it better than what she's been told, or think of a better way of getting it done. Um, it goes back to the role playing of what a man is in a relationship and what a woman is in a relationship.
No doubt.
I was brought up that when a woman tells a man something, he becomes the problem solver, right?
That's our job.
Okay, that's our job. Okay, so when a man tells a woman something, what is her job?
Well,
Let me read this. Let me read this real quick. That's interesting that you said that. Let me read this real quick. It's from Karen Lehman. Um, okay, my guy's calling in right now. My man Lucky Dollar. Can you plug him in so
he
they can speak?
is plugged in. You should be able to. You got your phone plugged in?
Yes, sir. Lucky
Luck-
Dollar.
What's happening, man?
What's up, man? This my man Lucky Dollar calling in from Arizona.
What's up now?
My
Hey,
man
what's
DJ
happening,
One.
man?
What's up now?
I just want to tell y'all I've been watching your show and I enjoy it,
We appreciate you,
and
bro.
I enjoy all the insight both of you all give.
We appreciate it, man. Our topic tonight, if you can speak on it a little bit, is called "Why Women Don't Listen to Men." But before you chime in, I want to speak about something one just made a comment of, and
Okay.
this is from Karen Lehman International. If you're a man in a relationship with a woman, you may have experienced this scenario. Your significant other tells you about a problem she's facing, and after thinking about it for a moment, you tell her how to handle it. Case closed. As you may have noticed, it's not that easy. Women like to talk about problems, and men like to solve them. However, women rarely follow the advice they are given. Why? When women have a problem or are dealing with a confusing situation, we like to talk about it. We are looking for input and we are looking for lots of it. As women, we like to consider our options and we may not be looking for a simple one fits all answer. Because see, there are so many different ways to approach the issue. I guess the positive aspect of this behavior is that it helps to minimize the risk of making a bad decision. The downside, as my husband puts it, is that women may get killed before they come up with the answer. If, as a man, you are frustrated with a woman's response to your well meant suggestion, rest assured that she doesn't mean to upset you. She may just need a little longer to come to a similar conclusion or drop the issue altogether. And that's coming from Karen Lehman International. Okay. So
Okay.
can you expound on that, Lucky Dollar?
Well, sure. First of all, most women they tend to ask for your opinion, but in reality, they're just wanting you to agree with their opinion. And what I mean by that is they're just looking for more clarity on why they're correct.
Amen.
It's been it's been my opinion as far as dealing with women that they're more argumentative. When they ask you a question, sometimes they're just looking for a reason to argue. I know this is drifting off the subject a little bit,
Now you on
but
the
I
subject.
find them to be very combative, very combative. Um, they're looking for someone to compete. So when they ask you what's your opinion, they're not really asking you what your opinion is. They just want you to agree with them. They wanted you to put more value to what their opinion is. And if you try to disagree, then there's going to be an issue.
Yeah,
There's going to be some consequences.
yes, I agree exactly what you just said. They already got a solution They just want to hear your opinion and see what you might come
Right.
up with. So I feel like
Exactly.
in my past, I've sat back and I reversed the question and wanted to hear what came out of their mouth first, so I can know exactly where she's going with it. So that way, no answer I gave would be wrong. So I make sure that it stays on their opinion and let them work out the problem. Now,
Exactly.
I feel
A lot
that.
of
Go ahead.
a lot of times they just want you to listen.
Yeah, that's
Because
it.
let's be realistic. How many times have you talked to a young lady and gave her your honest opinion and it turned into an argument?
Can I say this, my brother? Can I interject? Just the brother that's not on the I guess I would be the unseen DJ. I totally agree
what's
with
that?
you. My wife says the same thing in which you're saying. A lot of women want us to listen. Now, the way that we think we're listening, they want us to listen in the other way. And I believe that's where the cross up. Men, we simple. We A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Women are geometry and all
Right.
these.
It's like
And
right.
all
It's almost like
Put it on YouTube,
if
bro.
even if they're wrong, they want you to go along with the wrong opinion.
I totally agree. I have several women in my family that I love very much. Have,
And in
still
fact,
do, and make foolish decisions. And I feel as if my role in the family is to protect them, but at the end of the day, too, as well, it's like hard to get them to understand what they're doing is not the right way about going and doing things. So I love my mother, my sister, but that's why I said Madman D, came up with this topic. Oh, you started something there, brother, because men are from Venus and women are from a whole nother planet that we don't even know. And
well, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Me and Madman, we had a conversation not too long ago, and I was explaining to him, and I don't know if this is on topic, but I'm speaking about the black woman right now.
I totally agree, brother. We can focus our stuff on or a lot of times issues or stuff that we have to discuss on women as a whole. But I believe we as black people, we need to have a special meeting with ourselves. How
Indeed.
many million of us it is in this country? We need to have a meeting and don't let nobody else in. We need to talk because right now there's mass disconnection with black men and women. Because when I hear this B, this N, F my baby daddy, the word baby daddy, I'm going to say this with no hesitation, y'all. I don't call none of the women that my children come from the BM word. I don't do that. They are the children that of my mother or my mother, they mama. But I don't use the B word. I don't. You can ask your sister. I don't use that word.
That's a good thing, bro. I can't say that I'm not guilty of that.
But I
But
mean,
let's
if you train yourself to that,
you can train yourself to it, but in your frustration, man, sometimes you let things come out
yeah.
that like it's rejuvenating.
And you know what? Since we talk about,
hey, when I see you laughing, man, but
it's like busting a.
Hey, I'm serious, man. Like sometimes it's like, man,
It's like it
There,
bust-
I
it bu-
said it.
It
That's what
busts
I
a pipe when you do that. It just lets the pressure out. It just relieves it. Because you could think it, but once you say it, that issue is now went beyond infinity.
You there? I got
I'm,
it out.
I'm not gonna
One. What's
her.
that old term?
I'm not gonna
pressure
address
bust
her
pipe. And when that pipe busts, that pipe feel relieved in a Mickey Ficky.
I'm not gonna address her as that personally. I like to give
the
I goddesses, they respect.
No, you don't want to address as that, but you walk away. You be off to yourself.
That's our
Indeed.
issue. We
You
get so
you
angry.
be in the middle of a vacant lot,
Yeah, I agree.
Indeed.
and you say what you got to say. Ain't nobody got to hear it, but you let it out.
That's right.
Because guess what? Pressure do bust a pipe.
Indeed.
And heart attack, strokes, whatever you want to call it, that's the issue. But women listen to us, but they don't feel we listen to them.
Okay.
Because my wife definitely don't feel like I listen to her.
Hey.
I don't. I hear her. I hear her. I'm sitting here and not bogusly put it out there because she's probably tuning in. I hear her, but sometimes I don't hear her.
Listen, there's a difference between listening and hearing.
No,
But Lucky
when you deal
Dollar,
with a
go
woman-
expound on that comment you wanted to make.
Lucky Dollar, you still with us, brother?
Lucky, you with us?
Oh, dang. We done lost Lucky. Brother, if you're still watching, call back in and we're going to put you back on. But we got in depth, Lucky. At the end of the day, this is what it is. It's just grown man talk.
That's
Yeah,
what
you
it
know,
is.
but you know, and why they don't listen to us? Because I really feel like I
Can-
don't. Go ahead.
Turn
I
him back
think he's
on.
back.
He
I think
back.
he's back.
Turn him back.
Okay, he's back.
You there, Lucky?
Lucky, you with us?
Yeah.
There
Can
you
you
go.
hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you now, man. Go and expound on what you
Okay.
were talking about.
Okay. I wanted to add on to what the gentleman just spoke upon as far as I agree that women, they listen to us, but do they respect our opinion? But to go on to what I was about to expand on was the fact that I want to talk about the children. I want to talk about boys that become men in our community. I want to talk about the fact that, in my opinion, our black women have cut a deal secretly, mentally, and passed it down from generation to generation to generation. And unfortunately, our black men are becoming slaves again from that deal. Ever since I was a young man, I always asked the question, why are some things allowed in our community? Why is it so much negativity going on in our community? And these are communities that were basically where you have predominantly women raising children alone. Now, you do have some households where you have a man and a woman there. But in a lot of cases, there were just women raising children alone. A lot of those children grow up and end up in prison. And a lot of those children were men. And I always ask that question, why did that happen that way? It has to be from the age where they were growing up in the community that they were in. Now, I know I might disturb a lot of people when I say this, but the truth is the truth. I always tell people the lie is the truth and the truth is the lie. But our black women are raising us to go to jail. Our black women are raising the boys to be in prison. And it's basically being done by their tutelage. A lot of us say, well, there's not enough black men in the house. Well, that's because those black men were raised by family black women. And like I said, I know that's a little different than what we was going to talk about tonight.
No, that's
But it's like, how do you build a relationship with a woman who is secretly setting you up for failure?
Bro,
Hey, that's a great question. That's a great question.
This
man.
all of this connects.
You know what? It does. And I really want to expound on what you just said, man, because one has more experience than us all about this situation. You know what I'm saying? So, can you expound on that? What he was talking about?
The question that you presented is, how can you be with a woman that's secretly setting you up for failure?
Right. Plotting your failure. I mean, think about it. In the 80s, I always tell people in the 70s, right? We had, when you go back to even the 60s,
See,
we had
but
like the Black Panthers.
let
We
me answer.
had
Let me answer your first part of the
different.
question first. You
Okay.
really can't say that phrase. How can you be? You don't know what you're with until you get with it. That means you got to be with it for a minute before you can find out who you're dealing with. One, okay, man or woman. It ain't just that, because we both do devious things to each other. So, but the bottom line is no woman or no man can plan someone else's demise. If you're a smart person, you're going to always keep your one foot on solid ground when you can get back up and do what you got to do. You're going to always plan to do things to
But
keep
what
you.
if that woman is your mother, though?
Then
That's the part.
I'm
That's the
gonna
part
be,
that's going to hurt people.
yeah.
It's your mother.
If your
It's not just your woman. It's your mother.
because the first
Your
woman,
mother is setting you up.
well,
That's
that's
deep.
that's deep.
That's deep.
That's deep. I can elaborate on that a little bit with my grandmother and not my mom, but still, that's hidden. Everybody to me has a hidden anger with life. Everybody does not know how to relieve the pressures of life. Mom, grandmom, whatever. And when you get to a certain age, you start thinking that you are owed something by the people that you brought into this world.
Ooh.
Okay, and I experienced that through my grandmother. And as she got older, she got more combative and more angry and more cussing you out, and you had to deal with it, and you dealt with it. But some when it's coming from your mom or grandmom, as a man, if you've got any male figures in your life, you have to let it go over your head. Hear it, but don't let it sink in. But that's easier said than done.
Indeed, I was about to say that's hard, bro.
Ooh, boy.
Because
Hey,
you become what you're introduced to.
Can I say this?
From early on in your life,
can I interject? I will not touch that question at all because I know my mother is listening, and I'm gonna leave that alone because I understand.
See, but both of mine are in heaven, and they're looking down right now.
God
So,
bless.
but bottom line is this: we are what we come from.
Indeed.
Okay, so what that's telling you is, if you've run into that for mom, grandmom, and you're an older person, try not to be that person when you get older to your kids. Okay, because we do it. We tend to hold on to grudges and I let that go. Or, no, I don't feel that way anymore. And I'm gonna interject this.
You
way.
just hit
But
a
it-
nerve
yeah,
right
yeah,
there,
Is that
brother.
a female
Yeah,
trait?
yeah,
Is that a
yeah.
female trait?
That's a person trait. That
Ooh,
ain't
you
no
say a
feel.
person?
If
You
that's
hit
a,
a
that's
nerve,
a person
sir.
trait,
Ooh.
man or female. We both do that.
Yeah.
We both hold on to
But
anger.
mainly, who?
Females hold on to it a lot longer, and they tend to show it a lot quicker.
Can I say this?
Because I had a grandmother that would say something, and she didn't regret saying it. But she would think
Wow.
about it later and say, I shouldn't have said it that way.
Oh my.
But she meant what she said.
Huh.
Okay? She didn't go, I'm sorry. She'd just tell you a couple of days later, I didn't mean to say it that way. But she meant to say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, she was saying, but when it came out, see, they say liquor is the truth serum, and old age is the truth serum.
I believe that too.
Because you start speaking your mind when you get older.
Hey, what
Because
did Bruce-
you look at everybody and go, what you gonna do to me? I'm gonna die soon. What you gonna do?
Hey, I
What
look
you
at
gonna do?
Bruce. He said, when I want to go to church, the lady, hey, old fat boy. He said, I learned. Start cussing him out too. He'd be like, hey, you old B.
Dude.
Now I'm gonna say this, and I understand this. You just touched the nerve. One reason being, I think men we know how to adjust. Women adjust, but they don't really get like the adjustment of men. You see what I'm saying? Like me, I'm gonna keep it simple. I ain't got cable. I ain't had cable in about damn near 20 years because once my kids start coming and me and my lady together, we can't afford this. We watched TV. We was buying antennas. WGN, Channel 11, stuff like that. And I kept it basic, and my wife, being the fact that the way I deal with her and the way I let her know I love her, she embraced it. After a while, she like, okay, babe, we not gonna go get cable. We go get, what's this? We got
Fire sticks.
no, I ain't got the Fire Stick. I got what's this? Whatever. Roku. And
Fire sticks.
yeah, but the kids got it. Now that everybody enjoying the shows. Now, the thing about that is, by me having the knowledge and God instilling in me and God blessing me, me and my wife fight every day. But some things we agree on. By me being so stern with that, now everybody using Roku and the Fire Stick. Now, we was on TV when everybody was paying what, $250, $300 for cable. You know what I'm saying? We was saving money. That's how we made it through a lot of stuff. Like, I was working part-time jobs, and when it come down to men and women meshing together, we gotta bow down. Sometimes we don't understand why we gotta bow down, but sometimes you gotta bow down for a good reason. Family, and if it's getting to the point where you separating from your lady, yeah, you gotta bow down, lay back, and baby, what's going on? That's what I do with my wife. I do it with my daughters too.
I'm not bound down. I'll compromise.
Me neither, Lord.
So what would you say, big brother?
I ain't bound
down.
What would you say,
I'll
big brother?
compromise.
Expand on how you will handle it. But
and
I
you know
feel
what?
like you vibing.
Let me say,
it's
Lord.
just like when you said, hold on. It's just like when he said that he deals with his wife. So my question to you is, does she just tolerate you?
Right. That's a crucial question. And I want to say what you said. Like, I'm not
You're dealing
bound with
with
that.
her, but she's tolerating you.
Right.
One thing we got to realize is this. I keep telling people, a lot of times the black man keeps saying that the woman is the lowest person on the totem pole on this world and this earth. And in all actuality, it's you. Because in reality, you are the prize. You are the one they're trying to enslave again. Her also, but I hate to tell y'all, she assists these people to help enslave you.
Well, she has more leeway.
And physically.
She has more leeway. I mean, ultimately, if you're a masculine, let me say this, Lucky. Let me say this, Lucky, because if you're a masculine man, then you're not wanted in this type of society because you're
they're not going to deal with you.
You're threatening. So
right, they're never going to deal with you. They're never going to have a conversation with you.
Let's go back.
Be ignored.
Let's go back to what you said about your mother having an effect. Because ultimately, if your mother has this effect on you, then what was your father standing up being that man?
He couldn't because he was raised by a woman similar to your mother.
No, it's like one said last week.
It's a lot of.
Guess what?
This has been going on since the beginning of slavery.
I agree.
It has never stopped.
I agree.
It has never stopped.
I agree. It's some type of
First of all, I always ask people this. When they say, I know what love is. I'm like, how the hell you know what love is?
Huh.
After you was let go from slavery.
Speak, brother.
How was you able to determine what love is?
Can I ask you a question?
To not love your own children.
Okay, can I ask you a question? What is love?
Yes.
Your opinion of love. What is it?
To me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you have never loved yourself. Do you know how to love yourself?
Of course.
Then you can answer that question.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to say that if my definition of love is the same definition of love from another person.
No, it's not. But you understand, I learned one thing in my 57 years of living and going on 58. In order for someone else to love me, I got to show them I love myself. Indeed. So by me showing them my love of myself, then they can love me the way they think they can love me the way they see me love myself.
You know what? I used to think like that, but you know what? They called me a narcissist because I love myself too much. They said I had a big ego.
Guess what?
They said that
I don't believe that. You can't love yourself not enough. I mean, come on. I'm gonna love myself too much because in the end, give you an example. I'm gonna give it to you like this. All right, when Mother's Day come around, everybody is out buying for mom. Okay, am I right?
Right.
Mom, everybody's out doing themselves for mom, right? What happens on
Right.
What happens on Father's Day?
Nothing.
Okay,
Nothing really.
What-
you go
what-
to work.
do
you
you-
go to
do
work
you-
and you get a card?
do you get a gift, or do you
Nope.
sometimes get a phone call? Do you get a card? If you get a gift, can you tell me what 95% of the gifts are that you do get? I can tell you. I ain't
Well,
gonna let you answer that one. It's either some tools to work on the garden or fix something around the house, or it's a
Right.
tie, or it's
Work
a tie or shirt.
Or a card.
Thank you. Or tie or shirt to wear to church.
Yeah. Ooh, let's not even talk about the church.
Okay. Now, what I'm trying to say is, men, all right, say you see this watch as an Invicta. It's very seldom does somebody come in the door with you with a $400 watch. Hey, happy Father's Day, Dad. But when Mother's Day come around, our women are getting treated like queens, which they should be. But I think it should be equal. But in order for another woman to love you, or another person to love you the way you want to be loved, you got to show them how you love yourself.
Indeed, I agree with that.
And I'm gonna always
Yeah.
keep showing, hey, I love music. I love this. I love that. I like this. I'm sorry. But it reverses when it goes to you loving your woman, because most men don't understand. We asking this question why women don't listen to us when we talk to them. You know why? I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna be even with it. We have not made love to their mind to get control of what we need to get in control of without even raising our voice.
Or let's be even more simplistic. Women only respect money.
No, I ain't gonna say
Hey.
that. No, I ain't gonna say they disrespect, don't respect
Hey.
only money, but
No, I said they only respect money.
I can't. Hey, look, wait one, because he got a point. He has a point. Okay, because like you can come into this. Well, you know what? This whole thing is psychological. Because what I've noticed women who won't deal with a black man in a certain way, but they're submissive to a white man.
Yeah.
So
They
I
respect money.
think it's
Yeah.
mostly psychologically. Because think about it. You think a white man ultimately comes with these resources
Yep, we don't have.
that we don't have. So I think it's all psychological, man. Until we sit down and have certain conversations with each other, then we're gonna be dealing with this situation. Like again, yeah, us as men, we don't listen. We're more pragmatic. We'll tell you, look, this is how you can handle the situation. If you come to me and say, well, this is going on and I'm looking for some insight, you might not even say you're looking for insight. I need some direction on whatever the case to how to handle this. You already tuned out to me once I tell you, look, we're gonna go this way, opposite of where you want to go.
Yeah, that's
That's
understood.
what I did.
That's
Hey,
understood.
We got-
excuse me, my brothers. May I interject? Because we need growth on this show, right? So you know how everybody had commercials and stuff like that. I'm on my Facebook Live page, Madman. I want Madman to tell everybody how to get in tune with every Thursday with the Grown Man Podcast. I want DJ the One to tell everybody how they can get in tune with you.
We'll do that at the end of the show.
Okay, I
but-
agree.
But you know, this is the Grown Man
Okay.
Podcast every Thursday, 7 p.m. Tune in. Please like, subscribe, comment. You know, we talk about things that are vital to our community and abroad. So we want y'all to do that. Again, we got my man special guest, DJ the One. We got my man special guest tuning in, Lucky Dollar. My co-host is DJ Rue. And we doing this. This is our fourth episode. And we're continuing on, man. We are in process of making some dynamic changes. That's our whole objective, to make changes for the positive. Of course, there's so much negative that's going on, but our objective is to make changes for the positive. And right now we're talking about why women don't listen to men. And like my man DJ, the one said earlier, sometimes men don't listen to women. But our topic tonight is why women don't listen to men. So everybody has to take a real look at themselves, man. Because again, if we going with the universe, there's a hierarchy in the universe. The creator,
Hey,
man,
hey,
woman, children. Now, a lot of us
hey,
don't agree
man,
with
man,
that. Yes, sir.
man. A friend of mine just texted me, and I guess she's listening to the show, and she says, "I'm not raising my son to go to jail." Yes, she is. They all are. I don't care
You
what
know
they
what?
say.
You know what? Some women,
They are.
hey, let
They
me
have
say,
no idea because if you're not giving him the true tools that he needs to survive in this world, he's not gonna make it. You
hey,
got to
let,
look at what's going on in our neighborhood today.
hey,
You
let me
have to look what's going on.
that's a crucial statement, Lord. I mean, Lucky. And I want to say this to that too. Like, if a woman is not raising her child, okay, if you don't have a man in the house and you're not raising your son to be that man that you want for someone else's daughter, there's some confusion there anyway.
Yeah.
There's some confusion there anyway. I'm glad she texted you and said she's not raising her child to go to jail. Because who sees that? But at the same time, if you don't have parameters in place and standards in place, then what are you doing? We enable
Right.
our own children. We enable our children, man. I got 3 daughters myself.
Right.
So
how you gonna
enable.
tell them? You send them into a world and expect them to just get a job. What type of job? Remember, I told you a long time ago, when I got kicked out of school in 1992, a friend of mine and myself was sent back to Chicago from Texas, a HBCU school, of course. I had 3 years of college under my belt. I applied for jobs everywhere. And at the time, I'm like 22, I believe. And to be honest, I didn't know where to apply. So I was applying at Long John Silver, McDonald's. None of these places will hire me. I had 3 years of college under my belt.
May I speak
and couldn't
on
find
that?
a job.
May I speak
Wait
on
a minute,
that,
wait a
brother?
minute, wait a minute.
Because
Hold on,
I'm
let me tell
feeling
you
you
something.
so much.
So, but now that I'm 51 and I'm currently working at a bank, I won't say the name of the bank, but I'm working at a bank. And they bring in the new hires. And of course, they're Caucasian. And these people are like 21, 20, and they give them $50,000 to start. And they know nothing. I asked myself, wow, I couldn't get a job at McDonald's. And why? Because in reality, I wasn't prepared. I hate to say this, but my mom didn't prepare me. She didn't tell me the truth. I was lied to. I was told that I can just go out there and get a job. And that wasn't the truth.
Brother.
The only job that was available for me at that time was selling drugs.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Can I speak? This DJ Rue, I'm the person that's off camera, right? May I say something? You know what was very important, what you did, and you never stopped and you kept pushing. First and foremost, HBCU schools in Texas, they not trying to hear that. That means there's minorities getting the same attention that young white children are getting. So they're not going to accept you. It's a fight from the beginning to the end. My daughter go to a HBCU school, college. I got another daughter in the HBCU school training them to go to college. I got another daughter that's 8 and she's in the same thing. You paved the way. You took the hits, my brother. Guess what? The HBCU college is doing, making mad moves, putting people in Congress. So don't get angry. Hey, stay vigilant, brother. Stay vigilant.
I have to.
And stay an angry brother, because they got angry black women, right? But what about when the brothers get angry? See, this is my thing.
Let me tell y'all something, though.
I'm listening,
I told
brother.
y'all that it was 2 of us that got kicked out of school together, right? My buddy, he came home and he became the coordinator of one of the gangs. I won't say the gang, but he became one of the coordinators. He ended up getting some time. Myself, when I came home, I was persistent with trying to find a job. But eventually, when I couldn't find a job, I eventually ended up starving at home with my mother. The lights went out. It was pitch black. It was dark. My stomach curled. I watched my mama's stomach curl. I watched everybody get smaller and skinnier in the house. As a man of 22 years old, I felt less than a man. I had no way or no idea of how to get any money. Luckily, I met a woman, and she introduced me to a job. But I had to suffer first. Now, going back to the HBCU school. HBCU schools are supposed to help us. You're supposed to help the kids that are in need, not just the kids that are already prepared. You help the kids that are in need. Don't kick them out. You don't kick them out and send them back.
So I got a question. All this that we're talking about, why don't women listen to us?
Could you say that again?
Why don't our women listen to us? Our opinion?
Because I will say
You
this.
say,
Let
why
me-
do they or why don't they?
Why don't they?
Because they only respect money.
y'all
remember-
agree? You agree, man? You agree, one?
Yeah, think about, didn't nobody force them to go get on welfare?
When your
They
kid's
decided to
starving, you
get on
have to get on
welfare.
welfare sometimes. You see food.
Nah.
Like you said, and I don't mean to sound aggressive.
Didn't
My
nobody
fault,
force
brother.
them to go do it.
Can
We
I say
always
this,
that
brother?
The government, we always, check this out. We always say that the government set welfare up to divide the black man from the black woman and keep him out the house. No, she decided to take that.
Hey, my brother, can I say something? And it's rude. It's the
Yes.
dude that's off camera. My dude, God sent you through that. Where you at right now? You got a college drive? You got a nice house?
I'm good, but
You know what?
I'm
Hold on,
good,
just
I'm good.
listen. God sent you through that to put you in a situation where you at now. And he put you in that situation to talk on this show, to talk to people and expand it out. You feel me? So a
Yeah.
lot of times there are so many problems with us as black people, and we got to figure it out. So we doing it now. And
We-
I agree with you, brother.
we shouldn't
disagree
have to
with you.
figure it out though. That's why we got
Man,
bringing us
But-
together as a
and
collective.
let me say
No.
this.
Wait,
Black women talk,
Lucky
black
Dollar.
men should talk.
That's what I'm getting to. That's why we got this podcast, the Grown Man Show podcast. That's why we got brothers in here like DJ the One with insight. Like we all have different opinions, and our experiences have been different but similar to a degree. So if we don't discuss certain things, then and you don't internalize what's discussed, how can we get to a conclusion to something to solve it? There's no way to do that.
But here's the problem. We got to respect that somebody's been through a problem and willing enough to tell us the problem so that we don't go through it. No, we sit back and we want to judge and laugh and point and say, hey, how can you go through that, man? That's stupid. I start laughing. If a man is willing enough to step to you and say, hey, man, I went through that. Don't go that route. You should be man enough to sit there and listen. Because I'm going to say something that I'm glad that I really did. When I was in my 30s, I hung with guys that was in their 60s. I would hang around, sit around, drink with them, drink beer, and just listen. And I was like a sponge, just taking in stuff. And half the stuff they was telling me, it was stuff they had been through. Okay? You know, one going through prostate problems, the other one got cancer, this one's had a problem with his wife, this one's having a problem with the wife in the house, the kids are driving him nuts. But you sitting there, I ain't got no opinion. None. I'm just soaking it in. Okay, and I started learning that every man goes through the same thing, but not at the same damn time.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Hey, and also Lucky Dollar.
Hold
Like,
on.
man, what
That
you
was an
saying about
Obama mic drop. What
Like-
he just said there, brother. Before you that was a mic drop. Boom. If I was DJing, it would be a boom, boom, boom. Du-du-du-du. You just can't come in, JD, after he said it. It's a mic drop after that.
hey, Lucky Dollar, man, I get where you coming from totally. A lot of the things you saying, I agree with. Now,
Yeah, it's-
there's some things that I may not speak of as casually as you do, but like my mom, I consider my mom to be a great mom. At the
Yeah.
same time, though, when I could tell her things about her health diminishing and how she should eat, she won't listen.
Well,
You
you
know,
be tough on your
so-
mom. I bet you be tough on
No,
your mom.
I
You
can't
be
be,
tough on your mama,
tough
JD?
on my mom. That's my
Boy,
mother.
she raised you.
That's my mother.
Not tough like
So-
yeah,
that.
but hey,
So-
hey, let me tell y'all something though. I always say, and I love my mom too, but they do things intentionally and unintentionally.
Indeed,
Yeah,
that
they
make
do.
us slaves.
They don't
Indeed.
even know
That
they,
make us
they be
slaves.
doing it. Yeah, you ain't never lied.
Indeed.
That's why I told Mad.
And that's the problem that I have. It's a lot of things that's done unintentional. And to me, it's like, Mom, if it don't make sense, why are we doing this?
Can I say this,
Right.
brother? My mother would do stuff when I was younger,
Right.
like clean up my room and stuff like that. A lot of brothers didn't get that. I felt blessed. Now I'm gonna say this. Sometimes your mama can love you so hard, she'll F stuff up for you. And she don't want to do that, but it's that motherly stuff. That's when the man come in. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like within my family, I provide the toughness. My wife provide the love. But I'm starting to learn. I gotta get some hug. Like this morning, I woke up. My daughter today, I'm like, give me some sugar. She's 17 now. My 20-year-old, 21-year-old, I'm like, give me some sugar, give me a hug. And they all just hug me like daddy. And my 8-year-old, I'm like, give me some sugar.
Is that surprising to you?
No, it's
What?
you gotta keep that going. And you got look, man, you ain't like everybody. You are not like everybody. All three of us have different things going on. And we have done massive things in our family. We just don't realize it because we've been diminished. Like
No.
the brother said it. And brother, you still on the phone, right?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Look, he said it. Man, they don't put stuff in place with our women tripping us up. And they not knowing they doing it intentionally.
You know what?
Section
to-
8, link, all
To
that.
go off what you
Why
said.
is it a man can't get
realize,
Section 8 or link?
I realize a man shouldn't want Section 8 or link.
But I'm saying we strong black men. I feel you,
realize,
man.
I realize.
But
I
why a
realize.
man can't get that? Why
You
is it
shouldn't want
geared
it.
toward
You
them?
shouldn't want it.
There are some.
No, man, I agree.
No, you shouldn't want it, but the ones that should get it are the ones that had their handicap or have
See what I'm saying?
some type of problem where they can't get out here and make a living like everybody else. Those are the ones I feel need to have it. But for a man to just sit around and take Section 8 and public aid, to me,
Can I say this?
that's a lazy person.
One, I want you to follow suit with what I'm about to say. If you are a young, able body, you can go out there and go get a job. You should not be out at liquor stores begging for change.
But like that man said, you be a certain age and they will not give you a job, even if you've been in 3 years of college.
And also,
Right, they kind of pushing you towards a direction. Now, take this for instance, though. But for our black women, they give them jobs. They
of
give
course,
them access
they're not
to
threatening.
jobs.
They're not
See,
threatening.
but you don't understand why they're doing that.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna tell you
understand
my
why.
opinion. I'm gonna tell you my opinion on it. My opinion is to break up the black family, to
Indeed.
put the woman in charge, so the man doesn't have say so. That's why our women don't listen
Indeed.
to us.
Indeed.
So when you have a conversation with them
Exactly.
and they are
And that goes back to what I said. They respect money.
right, they need the money, but they need the money, our attention, and us, but they can't have it all at the same time. But the bottom line is they want us to not give an answer or solve a problem. They want us to vindicate that the idea of what they feel is the solution that you just came up with also. So you want
Exactly.
to agree. All they want to do is be heard, and you sit there and say, yeah, okay, yeah, we can do it that way. Yeah, why don't you do that? All right, what we gonna do next? Instead of being a man saying this is how it's gonna go. But most women
Right.
have been brought up by grandma and great grandma to this is we women run the family. The
Yep.
man just goes out and cook. I mean, bring the money back.
Ooh.
That's
And-
my
and-
mother's
and-
side
and
of the family.
I'm serious.
That's my mother's side of the
Yep.
family.
Hey,
All women run the family.
Hey,
That's my
I'm gonna
mama's
say
side of
this,
the
and
family.
then I'm gonna
bro.
get off
I
the phone
promise.
because I gotta run out. But
Brother,
check this out.
hey,
You brought
You
up
go,
grandma.
hold on, hold
speak,
on.
let him
You
speak.
need to call next
Let him
week,
speak.
brother, and go.
Oh, check this out. Hey, you just brought up grandma, right?
Yeah.
And one of my exes told me a story about her grandmama because she told me, she said, Lord, my grandmom stayed at home and worked and did not work. My grandfather worked 2 jobs,
Thank you.
2 jobs, and took care of the whole household.
Okay. Who died first?
And I said, I looked at that situation. I said, how many kids did your grandmama have? She had like six daughters and 2 sons. And I was like, and all those kids was your granddad? When did he have time? When did he have time if your grandmama was at home? Because let's be realistic, a lot of grandmoms was alcoholics because they were at home. They were at home getting drunk, kicking it with their girl who was at home. So I brought that up because a lot of women try to put that impression in the youth's head that you should take care of all the bills. No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
I disagree
First
with
of
that.
all,
I disagree
you
with
all,
that.
you
Look,
all should do.
I disagree with that.
No.
You know, it's a dynamic
No.
that should happen in the home. I'm gonna say, yeah, I think in my belief, a man should take care of the bills, but a woman should administrate the home. Now, she administrates the home by taking the directive from a man who's out here bringing in all the resources that need to be done, and at the same time giving direction so that she can administrate the home, just as a job is conducted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, my man, do you know if she's at home and you working 2 jobs a day? That means you working 12, 14 hours a day.
Indeed.
That
But
means
at the
that-
same
that-
time,
but that
if
means
You had to come home to make love to your woman.
Yeah,
I
but-
guarantee you, now that we have DNA tests, if you DNA all those sons and daughters in the house, half of them not yours.
hey,
yeah, you're right on
hey,
that.
look, bro. But I'm saying in a respected home, as a true man, and you're carrying all the weight to provide for these people financially, and you don't provide just financially, you provide by giving direction, intellect, insight, love, affection. You provide all those things beyond just money. And if I'm giving you the insight to be able to administrate the home, while I'm out here doing what I need to do, you're administrating to these children, then what's the disconnect? There should be no disconnect at that point.
Well,
If I go to work, she's going to work.
yeah, but I understand that. But let's go back to this one thing. Back in the old days, big mama or grandmama or mom would cook, clean, and had the meal on the table when dad came home. That's old school.
So they say.
But no, that's back in the old days. That's back in the 60s. But nowadays, these women don't believe in that. They believe it's supposed to be equal. All right, well, you cook.
Because they've been given opportunities to get money, and we're not.
Right, but here's the cool thing that has been burning me up. All right, they get Section 8, right? They get Section 8. They're at home. Then next thing you know, they got a man staying there, and the boy, I don't know, I won't call him a man or a boy, but he's out here pushing drugs, okay? Because he ain't got no job, because he ain't got to pay no rent. If rent is due is $25, $38 a month, here's the lick. So society has changed. A woman don't want a man; they want a thug.
If I had a round of applause for what this man just said,
Well, just look
Lord
at
Jesus,
just look at it like this.
amen.
You might look at it as they want a thug. They want somebody
He just broke it down.
they want somebody that's actually strong, pretty much in a light term.
Okay,
They want a man they want a man that's strong and firm.
Okay, I
They
understand what
looking
you're
for a
saying, but
masculine man.
so how's that?
But they've never raised any masculine boy.
Okay,
They
but
only raised feminine boys.
here's the $100 question. How's that firmness of a man staying at home and ain't got a job with his pants hanging down below his ass and drawers showing from a man that's working 2 doggone jobs coming on with the paycheck? but don't know if 6 of them kids in that house are his. What's the difference?
That breaks down the character, first of all, because you could be at home and having your pants playing hanging down bad shit behind at the same time though, and this man working out here and working 2 jobs. What is the characteristics of that? Because a woman wants a man that's gonna protect them. And I think that's what it boils down to. That's why women run to so-called thugs.
Okay.
Because they want a man and know that he's going to be a protector.
Okay, so it's the 3 P's. What's the first P? Provide, right?
Yes.
Provide,
Provide.
provide, protect, and profess. Profess my love. Most men don't profess love. They show love in providing and protecting.
Is that
So so they're willing to accept a thug that's out in the street selling drugs, coming home beating the shit out of them when they don't do as they ask. Instead of a man that's working 2 damn jobs, coming home saying, hey, look, this is how it's gonna be. They don't respect that. To me, our demeanor of life has flipped.
we've allowed it to?
Yes, the women run the world, and I don't sit here and deny that.
I can't even say that right now. I can't.
Yeah,
I cannot
I
agree with you.
I agree with
I
everything you
can't-
just said because all you gotta do is look outside at all the new cars. All the new cars. Who drives the new cars?
Women.
Who drives who drives the old cars?
Women.
Who? We do.
No, not the brothers, boy.
I can't even agree. I can't even
Brother.
agree that this is a woman's world right now.
No, I agree.
Because you know why?
It is.
Women
It
are
is.
so
That's why I
low.
always
Listen,
tell y'all,
you can make
they are
100.
not the
You can
lowest
make
person on
100.
the totem pole.
Hey,
We are.
Lord,
90%
you can make
of my-
$100,000 a year, but at the end of the day, when you going home alone, what is that? You alone.
Because I do it
That's,
every day.
that's
I
your
do it
choice if
every
you're
day.
alone, but you
It's
know you
beautiful.
got to give something to get
Wonderful.
something.
I'm
But
about to
is what you giving up what you getting?
I'm about to go back.
See, I'm gonna be real. We
Go
men
ahead,
don't.
Juan.
We men, women. All right, I'm gonna put you in layman terms. This happened to me at a bar when I was younger. I walked in the door.
I see people when I want to see people.
Thank you, but when a woman chooses you before you choose her, she knows she want to speak to you when she first see your face.
Amen.
She's smiling when you
Yeah.
walk up to her. You thinking that you done conquered something, you ain't conquered a doggone thing. She already knew she wanted to say hi to you. She already knew she wanted to lay down with you. She already knew exactly what she wanted to do when she saw you. You thinking you done walked up and conquered something. You ain't conquered nothing. Then 2 weeks in, she figured out, I don't want this no more. Let me move on to the next one. Okay? We men don't sit around and choose the way we supposed to. They said when a man gets a wife, he finds a good thing, right?
What does that mean?
I
Yeah,
found
that's
a
the whole
good
question.
thing.
What does
I
that
found
mean?
the great thing.
Can you break that down? I can.
Okay, good. I want to hear your breakdown.
It says a man that findeth the wife find a good thing.
thing, right.
That means you a wife before I find you. A man
I agree
that
with that.
Listen, a man that findeth the wife findeth a good thing. So that means you was a wife before I even found you.
That means you was wife material. So that means
Indeed.
I was supposed to be
Indeed.
investigating you, seeing if every attribute that you have fits me and makes us equally yoked.
Indeed.
Oh, speak for oh my God. I wish I was DJ Enderby.
Man.
Yes,
What
sir.
if I find? What if a man finds another man's wife a good woman?
Oh
Then you
boy,
then,
you
then,
about to
then
start
you going
some
to get
stuff.
something. Because my whole idea of that is, look, any man that enter into a woman, that's his wife.
And a man don't do that to
That's
another
why.
man.
That's why word says, fail not to assemble yourself with a prostitute because you become one with her. When you get married, you become one. Now we could deal with man. We could deal with man laws.
He at work all day.
We could deal with man's laws. Okay. At the same time, look at nature. Look at nature in itself. Monogamy really is unnatural. It's unnatural, man. And we've played into somebody else's theoretical emphasis of how things should be. Hey, naturally, you look at a lion, look at a gorilla, look at an elephant, look at everything on this planet. They're not just attached to one thing. And you got to look at it.
Exactly.
Women outnumber men. So now, most women ain't gonna provide a man with everything that he needs. Not one woman. And also it went back to how does it takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
So within that that means it was more than one woman. It was more than one element in that to take care of those children, to educate those children, to provide and cook for those children, everything.
Okay, where is it overseas where a man can have more than one wife?
I need 3 women in
Africa,
the house
right?
to watch each other.
Africa,
If I
man.
have to get married, I want 3 women in the house, and each woman's gonna watch each other.
Okay, but over in Africa, a man can have more than one wife. Can't have that here in America. Okay, but I think the numbers were what 10-1. Now it's like 14-1, 14 women to one man. But a lot of those women go both ways.
Hey, I'm gonna say this before you and one. I want you to drop the bomb after I say this. My wife and I, and you too, Matt. And you too, brother, that's on the phone. My wife and I had this discussion. In the biblical times, men was meant to have 3-4 wives. That showed their wealth. So and manhood. So why is it something wrong with it now when these Europeans come into play? Now I'm gonna set that there. Respond, brothers.
I'm gonna go to the beehive. It's a woman's world.
We in the jurisdiction of someone else. Everything we do, even from the Bible, okay? Information comes from the East. Most of the information that we've been allowed to attain came from ancient Kemet, which these people interpreted the hieroglyphics and things like that and put them in scrolls. All right. That's from my research. That is not my theory. That's from research I've made. So now I'm going to go off the grid a little bit. How can you have a father and a son without a mother? You can't be a father without a mother, and you can't be a son without a mother. So we follow things that we follow things that don't even make logical sense.
Man.
Yes,
they got
sir.
new technology. They got new technology now, man.
It's repetitive.
You say new technology?
These fools done got new technologies. These fools done figured a way to give a man a baby now.
Well, I'm
To
gonna
do
say
what?
this.
To do what? Say that again.
They figured a way to give a man a baby now.
How is
what?
that? How is that
I ain't get it.
genetically?
How is that?
I don't know.
Man, I ain't get it. What you
How
say,
is that
brother?
genetically possible?
A
They figured
baby.
a way. Trust me.
Yeah, they
Test
did it,
tubes.
man. They did
Test
it.
tubes.
They did it.
Had.
They did it.
These
Yeah,
people
man,
are
they did
sick.
it.
They
So,
are sick.
so where would you deliver a child from as a man, as a natural born man?
Bro, we only use 10% of our brain, not 100%. Motherfucker, go figure this shit out.
You know what I think they're really doing? What they're really doing is, if you have two men of the same sex, all thing they're doing is taking their sperm from each man and implement it into another one.
Hey, bro.
Oh yeah, okay.
We
okay,
all-
you talking about in vitro fertilization. Okay,
And it's crazy.
in vitro
Look,
fertilization.
what was we talking about the other day? You said, and I said it because I read about it. Men lose testosterone, women gain it. And what was it you said? I need my brother to follow up with me, big brother.
Men lose testosterone as they get older, and we lose it mainly to stress, which causes us to have other organ failures like prostate problems, this and that. We pick up estrogen. Estrogen. I'm pronouncing it wrong. Sorry about that. And you can tell by a man's pecs, his chest. He starts looking like breasts, and his gut gets bigger. And when testosterone builds back up, you automatically start losing weight. So in a woman, she picks up testosterone and becomes meaner, more, just arrogant, more, and challenging to everything that a man does.
Now I'm gonna say this. Hold on, one, and everybody just pause. You heard what this
I
brother.
dealt with a woman
Hold on,
like that
brother.
before.
Please hold on, brother. This is the natural way that life goes through. It's a cycle. Now I'm starting to learn, because when one said that, it opened up a bulb in my head. I said, damn. So this the way shit go. Oh, I'm cursing. This the way stuff go. And you made a lot of sense. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been through situations. There's people in my family going through situations. And the strongest person in my family was not just weak. Not weak, But crying, like I ain't never seen you cry. So I understand, and you ain't. It's funny when you see it in your face. So like a lot of stuff I speak about, and I think, and I'm gonna say this, it may be off subject. God has His plan for us. If you stick with music and you stick with music, you're gonna grow with music. If you stick with God and that's what you believe, and you're gonna grow with God. If you stick with tricycles,
Hey, I'm interjecting on that. God has a plan for the
all of us.
universe. all right?
Yeah.
What's your plan for yourself? It's free will out here. You can do what you want to do.
You looking
You
at
can do
it.
you can do what you want to do, man.
For me, you
So,
looking at it.
Hey, so like we
Nah,
can't
for
go off,
real.
we can't go off of what these people told us. At some point, you got to do a self check
think
and
for
look inside
yourself.
of self. Because again, if you search, we're made in the image and likeness. If this what you overstand, so you a God.
Man, you going
Now,
so deep.
create your circumstance. If you a God, create your circumstance. My man on the phone told me one day, he said, man, look, if you a God, you gotta look like it, act like it, feel like it, talk like it. All right. So when we made in that image and likeness, man, be that.
Yeah.
Now going back to what one said, we don't take care of ourselves.
You gotta love yourself. There's two things you gotta do in life as a man. Love yourself is one. Two, communicate. And three, stand on your word.
Man, D.
Say it better.
Hey, DJ
Yeah.
the
Say
one.
it even
What
better.
y'all
Right.
agree on? What
Right,
is
right.
wealth?
Even
What
better.
is
Be a
wealth?
man of your word.
That's
Hey,
it. That's what constitutes a man.
Excuse me,
Right.
my brother.
And even though we all fall short of the glory, none of us have. Some of us have faltered on things that we've said. Does that, if it doesn't convict you personally, does it make you less of who you are?
We all have faults.
man, you just dropped the jewel right there.
We
Boom,
all
boom, boom,
we all
boom.
we all have faults. We all have fell alongside the road. But here's the thing: can you pick yourself up and dust yourself off
Right.
and keep moving,
Right.
and then learn from that mistake? Sometimes we don't do that. We don't learn from our mistakes. We just keep ourselves down in the trenches and keep harboring on that one mistake. You got to get up and keep moving. But the key to me, what we talked on last week, what defines a man? To me, a definition of a man is a person that loves himself to the utmost, to where another person can know how to love him and communicates with all, so all can understand him. And once he gives his word that he's going to do something, no matter how mad the other person has made him, once he's given his word, he falls through and finishes, but never gives his word again, because his word is it. If you say you're going to do it, do it. If you don't ever say you're going to do it, you've never given your word.
That's
So
right.
you have nothing to stand back and look and say you didn't do right. Bottom line is, we are men. But the problem that we men have is we don't listen to each other without conviction.
Right.
We judge each other. Women, you can get 30 of them in a room. If one of them is crying, all 29 of the other ones are up on that woman trying to figure out why she's crying and figure out her problem. They all talking to her, tell her what she can and can't do, what she should do, what they would do in that situation. Let one of us be in a room crying. Let us be in a room crying amongst 29 other men. They're going to look at you like you're a punk, sissy, or you're a bitch. Okay? I'm being real.
Let's kill the profanity.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, everybody out there in YouTube land, but I'm keeping it real. Okay?
Hey, madman.
Yes, sir.
I walk in the room and you crying.
I'm never
You
crying.
crying by yourself,
Hey,
man.
But I'm gonna say I'm gonna say that I have
You lying.
as a man I have shed tears. I
That's
mean,
what I
you know
was
what I'm
gonna say,
saying.
you lying.
That doesn't make me less of a man.
He hate
you know,
to say he
But
cried.
at this, nah, I'm
He ain't
human. I'm
When my
human,
son died, I
first of
cried
all.
like it was like a newborn
Yeah,
baby. I don't
hey,
care what
I'm
you say.
human.
Can I say this? Man,
But
man
regardless
is tough,
of the
Tony.
fact,
He tougher than
regardless
leather.
of all that, you know, if you see me cry, what that mean? Like
That
that
mean
doesn't
you-
diminish my character.
No.
That doesn't diminish who I am.
No.
I
as a
understand exactly
person.
what you're saying, but
know,
other-
so,
but,
hey.
amongst
Hey,
other
to be
men,
honest,
it
Hey,
does.
man, you far from soft. So
That's
if
why
I
I'm
see
not-
you cry, it go in my gut like, oh, damn, my
Hey.
brother crying. Like, that's deep.
One of my guys that's
You?
passed. You know,
I'm not giving you no hug.
you don't. Hey, you don't
I'm the
have
cry for everybody.
Shake my
I cry
hand.
all the
to
time.
shake my hand.
You're not
You know
giving
what
them
I'm
no
saying?
hug.
Hey, one of my guys just died from stage 4 cancer. Man, it brought tears to my eyes. I love
Hey,
this
I'm
brother.
sorry about that.
I thank you, man. I love this brother. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt my heart, man, because I tried to get him all the stuff that he could take and all the stuff to reverse it. Because as long as you still here, the Creator made our bodies to heal itself. So I'm trying to give him all the stuff. Of course, he wasn't focused on doing those things. And he just passed on, man. And it made me think about my own immortality, you know? So I'm battling with my own thoughts. Yet and still, here I got these other issues when I'm telling, hey, look, I'm telling my girl, look, this need to be done, that need to be done, or whatever the case. And you go over here and do something the opposite. You ruining the dynamic of what I even put out here to say. If I got to think for you, okay, that's crazy. If I already gave you the insight that you need for us to move forward or for you to handle something, then why are you still questioning me again with the same thing? That means you're not listening. So you can hear me all day. You can hear, just like if I'm talking to one right now and you Lucky and DJ Rule. We can have the music playing in the background. That's hearing. We can hear that. Now, if we talking while that music is playing, and you hear that music in the background, but you're not listening to what I'm saying out of my mouth. There's a difference between listening and hearing. Come on, man. Let's execute something that can help us move forward. Because if you ain't listening,
you know, when you just talking about cancer, right? I was thinking the other day, you know, like cancer is it's a disease that basically multiplies, right? As far as the white blood cells trying to overlap the red blood cells. I might be misconstruing this too, but one day I was just sitting around thinking to myself, you know, my ex used to always tell me my only job on this planet was to multiply. And as you know, Madman, I don't have any children.
right.
And I was like, wow, that's similar to cancer, though. The white blood cells are just trying to multiply until it destroys the world. I mean, destroys that individual. Similar to what we're doing on this planet, trying to continually multiply until we destroy this world. I sometimes think to myself, maybe the earth is God. Just like on me, there's a battle that's occurring. And it's actually individuals who we all call bacteria living on me. And they're trying to do the same thing that we're trying to do on this planet. But yet we'll say, I hate cancer. But yet we might be the cancer of this planet. I mean, I know that's another left field,
I like that theory, bro. That's a crucial
it's
theory,
deep,
and you
man.
can't. You
It's
got to
kinda
think.
deep.
Yeah, it is deep.
How many movies
you
came
gotta
out
think
and said
beyond
that
that.
theory, bro? Man, think about it. What Broski just. How many movies? I think it was a Marvel Comics movie, Thoros or something, had the same premise.
Yeah.
And sometimes Hollywood tell us what's gonna happen. Shit, The Simpsons told us Donald Trump gonna be president. So, hey,
Okay. So let's get back to this main question. What can we do as men to get our women to listen? And I don't think we even got the answer to why they really don't listen, to us as men. Can somebody here elaborate before we close out? Why can't we get them to listen to what we say?
Lucky, get some perspective on that real quick.
Well, again, like I told you all, a lot of times our women only respect money. They're not going to respect us until we bring something to the table. And even if we do bring something to the table, they might not still respect us because they've been taught not to respect us. Because first of all, we're the black man and we're the lowest man on the totem pole. That's all I have to say.
That's deep. Okay. Man.
I'm gonna say I agree. I agree with having something to bring to the table, but it goes beyond just having the financial resources. You have to stand for something as for self. Like you got to also be strong in character and be able to give directives. I mean, I understand like you know certain things that women agree with and they don't, but at some point when you stand as a man and you see that I'm not going to get the respect that I need, you got to move on regardless of how they look, what they doing. You got to move on, man, because like one said earlier, be evenly yoked. So it got to be something that has uh, uh, affiliation to the things that you're affiliated with or in tune with, or however you want to say those things. It has to be that. There has to be some type of connection with that. Because women today, what I find, they're so caught up in social media, these TV shows, and these things influencing their thoughts. So you got to kind of disconnect from all this worldly stuff and sit down, man, and really have a serious conversation about where we're going.
Hey, man, I want to interject on that. Stuff like you said, these TV shows, Bad Girls Club and stuff like that. I think that was not just meant to poison black women mind, just to poison women mind as a whole. I think it was way before, look, bro, way before it was racism with black people. Look, I think they hate women and then black people as far as the white agenda, and it's scary to think of that. Because think about it.
No, hey, remember this. Remember and I told Jay this yesterday. They make deals with the black woman and they cut
I
deals
heard you
with the
when
black
you
woman.
said that, man. That screwed my head up. And I thought about it because they will be the one to infiltrate us. If the person I'm sleeping with every night, you got them corrupt, man, you got
Right.
me.
Can I say
Right,
something,
like
gentlemen?
I say,
Can I say
they
something?
make deals with the black woman
Yes.
and cut deals with her.
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
and
Because
then it didn't just start, man.
okay, can I say something? We as black men, our guards are up against other men. Our guards are always down with our women. Okay. So our women infiltrate us. Like you said, the simplest time to get in anybody's head, man or woman, is pillow talk.
Yep.
That's when it's you can
And
get
that,
in somebody pillow talk, in the bed, laying next to each other, that soft talk, that talk gets in your mind and stays there.
Yep.
But we as black men, I feel like the reason a woman doesn't listen to us now, it could be partly what you're saying about money. It could be partly what you're saying about the semantics of life and how everything's going. I feel the problem that women don't live with us is this. We're not equally yoked at all. The person you with, one. Number two, I feel like that uh, um, a man has to know how to make love to a woman's mind to get control over the body, because the body then takes back over the mind. Okay, once a woman is into her man, she listens to her man. And if he tells her not to do something, she probably won't. But if he's never had control over her mind in a loving way, you can forget that to me. And that's just like talking to a wall and hoping it move, because it ain't gonna move. Hey, you asking it to curve around the corner, that wall gonna stay right where it's at.
I agree.
And it's not gonna move until you get it to get into a woman's mind. It takes time, okay? Because a woman already is coming to the table with this: it's my way or the highway.
Right.
I'm being real, and I'm not saying it to talk about you women out there, but you're already coming to the table with the man. It's my my way or the highway. You already know you want to talk to the man. When you got with him, I've been with many women. I'm gonna give you an example. This is gonna be funny, and I'm gonna get off of here. I'm riding with a friend some years back. Okay, we riding and we was talking, we boyfriend, girlfriend at that time, and a guy pulled up alongside the car, and he had on a plaid suit, shirt, tie, everything, a hat. And this particular person that was sitting in the driver's seat driving me said, "Man, it won't take me but a day to turn him out."
Wow.
I said, "Whoa, hold on." I said, "That sounds kind of pippish." I said, what's going through your mind with that comment? Look at how he dressed. We women, we dress y'all a certain way so other women don't, Other women don't what? Other women don't touch. I'm like, so you guys know what y'all want to do before we even know what you want to do. She said, then she came out, her mom said, we raise boys and girls.
Wow.
So when I heard that whole phrase, driving, sitting in the passenger seat, my mind got to clicking. You ever played the game of chess, backgammon, or spades, or bid whist? Those are all games of the mind. We get with our women, and our women already know how to play certain games of the mind.
Right.
And we men
Right.
don't know how to conquer that game of the mind.
Right.
We just go along with it because we seeing tits and butt.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose that because that is keeping us kind of happy at that time.
Yeah.
We don't want to be alone. We want that niceness staying next to us. And they know we want that. So they know how to play on that because they know we don't want to lose that. So we're going to do as they ask, when they ask it, how they ask it, all that. It's a game of the mind.
Yeah.
Women don't pay attention to us because they know they can pull our string when they need to pull it for us to go where they want us to go. We're puppets.
Yep. Yep.
Oh Lord, true fact.
Yep.
We're puppets.
Oh Lord, Jesus, true fact. Oh, Lord.
Now, when they want us to do as they want us to do, then they'll listen to us. Okay, now I'm sorry I'm ruffling some skins. I'm sorry if I'm turning inside out, but the bag has got to be unfolded right now. Hey.
Hey. I agree with everything you say, but I ain't gonna lie. I lie to my woman. I don't tell her the truth. I lie to her. But hey, I'm about to get out of here, and I just want to let y'all know
we appreciate you.
that this is.
We appreciate you
much
for
love.
tuning in,
Much
getting
love.
your
I enjoyed being
perspective,
on the
man.
show.
We appreciate
But I wanna
you.
say
That's my
something.
man.
Hey.
That's my man, Lucky Dollar. We appreciate you tuning in to the show
I'm
from
DJ the
Arizona.
One.
You know what I'm saying? We thank you for that, bro.
But I just want to say this is my final word. The lie is the truth. The truth is the lie. This is Lucky Dollar, and I'm out.
All right, man. Have
Hey,
a good evening, bro.
No, Lucky Dollar. We go see you next
right.
Thursday, right? Next Thursday,
Hey,
we
that
gonna
was my
see you.
man,
We
Lucky
gonna
Dollar
talk.
again. Perspective. We gonna give y'all. We got the end of the show. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Grown Man Shit podcast and our episode on why women don't listen. We hope y'all give your perspective, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We doing this each and every Thursday, 7 p.m. Thank y'all for rocking with us.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate you, man.
It's your
So,
boy, the unspoken host.
Again, thank you for my man, DJ the One, my co-host, DJ Rue.
Yes.
We signing out, y'all. Peace.
Hey, tune in on Sundays.
It's
Rock
your
Business
one.
Radio.
Yes,
The
sir.
Zone. Every Sunday from 2 to 6. Tune in. Hey, grown folks, we got to take our mark back. Come on, tune in. Sunday mornings. When Sunday comes, God's musical voice. Tune in. Hey, Block Business Radio.